The Cape Ann Museum was closed for the better part of last year, and for good reason. It's been undergoing a multi-million-dollar renovation. The museum reopened this week, sporting a new look. WGBH News arts editor Jared Bowen got a tour before the doors opened to the public.
Around the world, there are wells from which artists have always drawn. With its seaside light, angular vessels, and industrious port, Gloucester, Massachusetts on Cape Ann has been an artist enclave since the turn of the century.
This area, for its physical beauty as well as the fact that it was colorful, it had a working waterfront, attracted a lot of artists from New York City, from Philadelphia, from the Midwest. So we really became an art colony.
It's a legacy celebrated at the Cape Ann Museum, a sprawling institution originating from the former home of one of Gloucester's most prominent ship captains. Today, it is home to the region's art history, says museum director Rhonda Falloon.
We are really about place. The museum celebrates the art, the history, and the culture of Cape Ann. Anything that was created here, inspired by Cape Ann.
From seascapes to sculpture, maritime memorabilia to tale-worthy textiles. And now, after closing for 10 months and undergoing a $3.5 million renovation, the museum has a splashy makeover.
We often have been seen as sort of a sleepy little museum, and we've been working very hard to change that.
A destination all its own is the museum's collection of Fitzhenry Lane paintings and drawings. The largest collection of his work in the world, many of these pieces never even left Cape Ann, where Lane lived and worked for most of his life.
There are all kinds of newspaper articles where people will write to say, go to visit Fitzhenry Lane's studio this week because the painting on the easel is amazing, or you must see what he's working on now.
Cape Ann's coastal allure was a beacon for artists, its glow unchanged even today.
We have a Winslow Homer drawing, for instance, that shows Gloucester Harbor, and in the background of that drawing is Gloucester City Hall, and if you look out a museum window, you can see City Hall right across the street.
From Homer to Hopper and other modern masters like Milton Avery, Cape Ann set the scene for both the canvas and its tight-knit community. Artist Stuart Davis spent many of his formative years in Gloucester, literally outlined here in one of his sketchbooks. These panels are filled with motifs that would define his works for decades to come.
We have a quote by Davis saying that he came here, Gloucester had everything that he was looking for, and really he loved the architectural lines of the schooner and the sails. The working waterfront was very exciting to him.
Now, too, part of the waterfront has come inside the museum. One of the more spectacular elements of the renovation is the addition of the 13-foot-tall first-order Fresnel lens from the lighthouses of Rockport's Thatcher Island.
It came and arrived in, I can't even think, 25 crates. We hired 3 lampists who are professional lighthouse preservationists to assemble the lamp. They conserved it and installed it. This is an opportunity for us to talk about dangers at sea, lighthouse keepers and their stories,
while offering a bright addition to the Cape Ann Museum's own well-illustrated stories.